The game been going crazy, ain't it? Welcome back, family. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you got your notification bell turned on. So, every time Buddha drop this heat, you won't miss a video. The game been going crazy out here. I'm better than Eminem. Kanye did more for me than Dre. All type of stuff. I'm the best rapper, yada yada. Oh, the man been on a tirade. He been on a tirade. So instead of me doing one big haul video, I'm finna do a lot of game videos breaking down a whole lot of stuff because I could tell people don't know none of this stuff, right? Now, this was crazy. Wack 100 in the game say he wrote, "What up, gangster?" I'm saying, I wasn't there. Put it out. I think he wrote. No. And I'm finna show y'all the proof on why I believe he didn't write that. First of all, starting right here. Game in the, in the G Unit, in the club video. Don't forget that because I'm gonna use that a lot in the game videos when I tell y'all about all this stuff that he did and all this stuff that went on or what happened and why all these situations around the game is going on, right? So look, he in the club video, you feel me? At this particular time, he's not even G Unit yet. He not even G Unit yet. He's in the club video, he's not even G Unit yet. He was Dr. Dre artist, and Dr. Dre was thinking about dropping him because the game could rap, but the game could not make a hit for Dre. The game music did not live up to Dr. Dre's standards, but I'm gonna get more into that in the Dr. Dre video. This just about him writing "What Up, Gangster." Now check this out, cause y'all know Buddha gonna pull up with the facts. Okay, now look, boom, right here, Get Rich or Die Trying, right? Now, recorded 2002, released February 6, 2003. So you can give it some time in there. Now, understand something. What I'm about to show y'all. Understand these, pay attention to these dates, because these dates are very, very, very important. Now check this out. When you come over here to the G Unit bag for murder, now think about it. This came out after Get Rich or Die Trying. November 14th, 2003. Mind you, the game is still not, even at this point, the game is still not G Unit yet. He's still not G Unit yet. You know that he's not on the cover. He didn't make the album till they threw him at the end of the songs of the remix. Buddha, what you talking about? Okay, I'm finna read it for y'all. Beg for Mercy is the debut studio album by G Unit. At the time, composed of rappers 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, and Young Buck, with support from Tony Yayo, who was original member but was in prison at the time of the album's main recording, as well as the release, and the newest member, The Game, who was inducted into the group after recording sessions were already finished. The album was released in November 2003, 9 months after 50 Cent's successful debut album, Get Rich or Die Trying. So you telling me you wrote "What Up, Gangster" and you barely made the, you didn't make the G Unit album, but they put you on there. They put you on there because I guess they ain't want to do like them songs and videos and stuff without Yayo. So then they put you on a couple of songs. So now it's right here. At the time of the album's release, Rapper The Game was just placed. He was just put in G Unit. Therefore, he is not photographed. He didn't make the album cover. Nor does he make an appearance on the album. He does, however, make cameos in the videos for "Wanna Get to Know You." I could have been in that video and popping them things, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he was in the videos, but he still wasn't making albums. He also mentioned in lyrics of popping them things when Young Buck raps, "You ain't no Crip like Snoop, you ain't no blood like Game." So like I said, when they was remixing these different songs for these G Unit albums or whatever, then Game ended up being on there. But before that, you mean to tell me you wrote "What Up, Gangster" and you didn't make it to? No, I don't believe it. Something ain't right. I don't believe it. I don't know. Like, I wasn't there. But this just my opinion. And at the dates are the dates and the facts are the facts. When I heard "What Up, Gangster" before Get Rich or Die Trying even came out. And at this time, I ain't had no clue about who the hell Game was at all, period. You feel me? I did know the Game was in the club video to years and years and years and years later after I watched that video a million times. Yeah. Watched that video a million times, didn't even know Game was in there. Didn't even know who he was at. Then that's when I found out, okay, Dre had him and he was gonna drop him because all he could do was all these rapidy raps, but he couldn't make a hit. It wasn't up to Dre's standard. Dre like, yeah, he could rap. But what I'm gonna do with him? He can't make a hit. He can't make, and that's when they went to go get 50. Now, and by the way, Game is not credited for writing no credits nowhere on What's Up Gangsta under the wiki. None of this. You can look at the track list and all the information is here. You could go look it up yourself. It's right here. Curtis Jackson and Rob Tilo, Reef Tilo, whatever. Reef Tilo was the producer. Rob Tilo was the writer. Curtis Jackson. The Jayceon Taylor, the Game, and none of that is nowhere over here, right? Okay, then on top of all that, right? So you was that hot, like here we going. Remember, he that high. His album came out, chat, and he wrote "What Up Gangsta." But then after the G Unit album, we got Lloyd Banks. So where's the now you finally get your G Unit roll out? You know what I'm saying? But Game, You made it, but where, bruh, at this time, even then, I seen Game in the Warrior video. But see, by the time the Warrior video dropped, I had knew who Game was. And it still ain't had nothing to do with G Unit. All that was because of the Certified Gangster. But yeah, I remember Game in the Warrior video too. But remember, he wrote on Get Rich or Die Trying. He wrote What Up Gangsta, right? He was in the studio, his pen daily, right? Nothing. Okay, look. Then we had Young Buck. After Lloyd Banks, we had Young Buck. After that, Tony Yayo locked up. Game would do still. Game still has no placement at this point. You feel me? He still ain't been placed. So you mean to tell me you got skipped? Because remember, even when Young Buck came out with this, right? The Game was on the remix of Stump. The original Stump had T.I. and Ludacris on it, and it was so much controversy surrounding that they had to take the track off, take the track back, flip-flop it, whip-wop it, you know what I'm saying? I forgot who verse they decided to take off permanently, and then they added Game to that. So if you was that high, the hell you didn't even make Young Buck out. Young Buck done gave you about 10 shout-outs before you made an official album. Young Buck done shouted you out 10 times already, gang. Come on now, but you want Buddha to believe that you wrote What Up Gangsta. Some ain't adding up. Now, let's get to the documentary. January 18, 2005, when it was recorded, I'm going to tell you, this recording from some 2003 to one 2004, you know why? Because he had songs, but he had no hits. He had no hits. Where did his hits come from? I'm finna show you where they came from. His hits came from 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson. Yes, that's who gave the Game his hits. Y'all don't believe me? Okay, I'm finna school y'all real quick. How We Do was supposed to be in the club part 2. 50 Cent. And this How We Do was really supposed to be on 50 Cent next album, The Massacre. This wasn't supposed to be for Game. 50 gave it to him. Hate It or Love It. Who wrote that? 50 Cent. Another one he gave it to him. Supposed to been on The Massacre. West Side Story. Another one. Look at the writer, Curtis Jackson. You see Curtis Jackson listed as the writer. Bruh, Game, why I don't see you listed as a writer for What Up Gangsta, but I see Curtis Jackson listed as a writer for West Side Story? Why is that? Come on now. Wack, come on, Wack. It did Pyru. I know it's Pyru business, but we gotta call a spade, the ball, strike a strike. I got official documents listing this stuff, but I still got people coming out on the contrary, debating and going back and forth on, is this true or that true? No, 50 Cent gave you your biggest hits, bro. I remember when all this stuff happened in my era, so I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? On Pyru. Now maybe Wack didn't know this, But if he take a look at my video on Pyru, he gonna know now, nigga, 50 Cent is listed as a writer on your documentary project. You're not listed as a writer on Nowhere or Get Rich or Die Trying. So I'm not even understanding that. And like I said, 50 gave you all your hits, and those songs was supposed to went on the Massacre and Not on Game album. But 50 had to make sure it was straight because Dr. Dre got used to winning. He won with Eminem. He won with 50. And he didn't want Game to be his flop. He didn't want Game to remind him of that Huff Ass Firm album that don't nobody talk about when they speak on Dre career. But that Firm album was so terrible, nobody even bring it up. Even Dre said, well, y'all thought I fell off on a Firm flop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit was a flop. They don't even bring it on. I don't even think they got that Firm album on iTunes. But we gonna get into all that when I talk about the Game and Dr. Dre relationship and why it went so sour. So, I mean, the facts are here, people. Like, y'all can think what y'all want, believe what y'all want to believe. Wack 100 gonna say it's Pyru business. The Gang gonna say nobody never wrote for him and he was doing all the writing for everybody. Well, man, you need to come correct these wikis or get your pen game up, or I don't know, Gang, you need to take your pen, write a letter to these wiki people and tell them they got it all wrong. Because 50 Cent is listed as a writer on your project. You're not listed as a writer on Get Rich or Die Trying. That fact alone, and due to the fact of the timeline and me hearing What Up Gangsta and not even knowing who you was at all, leads me to believe you never wrote What Up Gangsta. But y'all get in the comment section, let me know what y'all think, man. It's your boy Buddha, you know, Pyru business. I know Wack gonna be mad, but hey, somebody explain it. Explain. I showed y'all the proof, gave my opinion. Y'all know what to do, man. The rest on y'all, man. It's your boy Buddha. I'm out.